Hello and welcome to the Hope Hotline. Thank you for joining us today. I am as probably as well as you are. I'm married to somebody who's always keeping everything informed, but I myself am trying to stay informed on things myself about this, because literally talking to Tom is, my kids talk to him more than I do right now.
That's crazy.
We were in like last night, they were all hanging out, and I'm in bed.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
Sleepy
too tired.
Girl? Sleepy girl?
Yeah, but I watch his podcast, but I don't get to talk to him about it. So I'm want to talk to you guys about it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Did you find that photo?
I sent everything to you. I told you that.
Via email?
No,
Oh.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a text. Gotcha.
Oh, no.
On it.
So I was telling the girls, I was like, the saga continues, and if you're not staying up on it, well, you probably should. Current events is super important to stay up on. And I was watching this. It's so funny. Like, I think I got lipstick on my teeth. It's so funny because I was watching this. I don't know if it was a speaking engagement that Charlie Kirk was at, or he was at a church. I think he was at a church, but he might have been at a Turning Point USA conference. And he was talking to Christians about how they'll always say that when you're in church, you shouldn't speak about politics because it's not in the Bible, which was funny because it's all throughout the Bible. And I mean, the whole founding of our country is based on Deuteronomy, like the Constitution. And I don't know how people do not know this, but the reason our Constitution has lasted 200 plus years is because it's based on biblical principle. They literally took Deuteronomy and they made that be our Constitution, which if you're going to, how smart were they? Because that stands the test of time.
Right.
The Bible has stood the test of time. So they took biblical principle and they put it into the Constitution. That's one of the reasons why we've lasted so long, where other countries never have.
Yeah.
It's not complicated. So that's why one of the things is said that our country is founded on biblical principles is because it's out of the Bible.
Right.
So he was talking about how that all throughout Scripture, Jesus and in the New Testament it talks about that we are to talk about what's going on in and around the world. It talks about nations. Talking about what's going on in other nations, and like Tom always says, when we're talking about life and death of different, I got to be careful because I don't want to get banned. But like when you're talking about issues that most preachers won't talk about from the pulpit, like. How do I say that?
You can say it.
No, I can't because I've already been already, like if it was your phone.
The A word?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I can't say that word.
Okay.
But everybody knows.
Yeah. What happens
The
when you
A
don't have a
word.
baby? Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't keep a child
Yeah.
and you choose to not keep it, that's biblical. Like that should be talked about in church. Sorry, that's not politics.
Yeah.
That's life and death.
Yep.
Yeah.
And most people stay away from those topics. And even about what's going on. I mean, if you want to talk about tariffs, come on. All right, we're not going to talk about tariffs in the church. But we are going to talk about things that are biblical principle. So he was basically, with scriptures and verses, he was giving, which I'm not going to go into all of them. He literally was saying, what about this scripture? What about this scripture? What about this scripture? And he was saying, if you're going to a church that doesn't talk about politics, you need to leave that church, which is opposite of what everybody says, which is separation of church and state,
Right.
which is also not in the Constitution. It's not anywhere, but people say it all the time. It's not in there. So what I was saying is this. If you're not paying attention to what's going on with this whole entire thing, it's like being asleep in 2020 and going along. We always said the next thing's coming.
Yeah.
And after this, the next thing will come after that. That shakes and rattles. It's like, Tracy, you did a good TikTok on like basically sustaining. You've been, this has rattled you, right? This whole thing with Charlie Kirk has rattled people. And what you were basically saying is if you went to church for the first time on Sunday, it's no different than in 2020 when people got all rattled then.
Right.
And then once all of the feels left and all of the emotionalism and the scared and the worry and everything else, they went back to their old life.
Right.
And you were saying, don't do that again.
Right.
Or don't bother, kind of. Like,
Yeah.
what's
Hot or
the
cold?
point?
Hot or cold?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, you feel a certain feeling right now, and that makes sense because this was a big deal. But the thing is, that feeling is going to go away. There's going to be a new news cycle. Something's going to happen in your own life, and you get distracted, and you don't even have the word in you, so you don't even know how to stand. You're standing on feelings, and those will be fleeting.
All the time.
Yeah.
But if you pay attention to what's going on politically, which is where I was going, what you talked about will help sustain you and continuing on with where you felt like you need to go to church every single Sunday.
Yeah.
You need to know what's going on. The signs of the times are super important. And you need to stay politically aware. And what's going on, is that brought up? Do you have it yet?
Yeah.
So, like, we're going to show you this video. Like, listen, guys, if you believe what you're being told, it's like back in 2020. We didn't believe what we were told. We were one of the few churches that never closed. We didn't 6-foot distance. We didn't have alcohol gels. We didn't take your temperature. Everybody came in, loved, hugged. We had no deaths. We had nothing. And our church wasn't small at that time. What do you think in 2020, 2021? We probably like 500 people then, Vanessa, would you say?
2021?
Because we lost
Yeah.
like half of the church because we didn't close. And then big time grew
Yeah, we gained
huge.
overnight.
So we are like 500 people, right? You'd say that?
Estimating, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was like 500 people. And then we grew
Divided
from there
into two services.
with an
Yeah.
overflow. But then we grew from there beyond that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that's true. I just don't want to make it sound like I caught a fish this big, but I'm really
No.
saying it's this big,
No, not at all.
you know?
No, by 2021, we were doing 2 services plus overflow for both services.
That's not including kids.
That's not including kids.
So, yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
like exaggerating
No,
then.
you're
Okay.
not.
And people always think compromise and being, Tom always used to capitulate, which is also a fantastic word. They feel like that helps them. It doesn't help them. Actually, God loves a salmon swimming upstream. He loves, narrow is the way, few there be that find it. And he loves the one that's willing to go the narrow way, to be the one that's not like what everybody else is saying. So, with this, I would strongly suggest don't believe what you're being told, because what you're being told and what the truth is are two different things. People really need to pay attention, and I wouldn't stick with mainstream media to get your information. I would go to some serious sources, like a Tucker Carlson, like well, I know Candace Owens. People are not big fans of hers, but in some ways, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Then there is. Well, apparently Milo Yiannopoulos, he's back, or he's coming back. But he went from being an outspoken homosexual conservative to now he is very repentant of that lifestyle and now saying he's coming out of retirement because of Charlie Kirk. And then there's Steve Bannon. There's my husband. I would strongly suggest you listen to really good podcasters and that are looking at all things. Because look at this. I sent this to Tracy. I'm like they're telling us it was one shooter right now. For the most part, that's what they're trying to sell. But look at this. They gave us a picture of a guy.
So there's a discrepancy with the video. Is that on X they're saying this is AI generated?
What
this
is AI
video.
generated?
The video.
The photos that they're
The
showing.
the ones that this video chose. But but if you do look, I think we should show the video, because if you do look at the lips,
Yes.
at least we can see
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the picture that they gave us of the kid going up the steps.
So that's on X, and that
That
X
was-
has a Grok thing where they scan photos and can tell you if it's AI generated.
Yeah.
And X says it's AI generated.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is when they took the picture of the kid going up the steps, even if it's not that one,
Right.
is to make it super clear.
Right.
That's what it looked like,
Right,
though.
right,
Okay, so go ahead
okay.
and then, yeah, because I understand what you're saying, but go
okay,
ahead.
Okay. So and it's a video, so it's going to kind of slip through. So obviously we're looking at the lips and the forehead, and it's going to cycle through twice. But these are things, right? I have it right here. Yeah.
Thanks for turning off that music.
I didn't even notice because
there
I
is
can't
music
download
to
it.
it, but might
Yeah.
cause us to be taken down.
Totally. Yeah. So just these are things to look at in all the photos that end up coming up, and I'll show you the actual.
And the thing is there's other pictures that they originally put out that were fuzzy
yeah.
that you pulled up. Pull up the one that you
Yeah,
pulled up
yeah,
with the
so
fuzzy.
That's the real one.
So
That's
this-
the actual
That's
thing
the
I
real
posted
one.
it.
Right.
But it's not the same guy. The jaw is completely different. One, they have him limping. One, they don't have him limping. And they say the one with him limping is because he's got a gun in his pants.
Yeah.
It's not even possible.
Yeah.
It's not even possible.
I agree with you. I was just saying that specific photo.
No,
was
I'm glad
AI.
you said that because
Yeah,
people
'cause
will
people will
say,
say
Yeah.
that's AI.
absolutely,
I
you
know.
got to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
even still,
And even I'm a photographer, right? So when you take a photo and it's very grainy and you denoise it or you change it with AI, that's what happened, is that the AI went in Lightroom. I can take
it filters it out.
It just, it makes it it AIs the photo so it looks as clear as that video did, but it doesn't necessarily change the photo, it just makes it clearer using AI. So I'd have to look and see like, well, what was AI? The fact that they put a filter over it, that made it AI? Because I can do that on my own account using this photo.
Which it doesn't change the picture.
Right.
It just
So-
makes it more less fuzzy.
I could take this photo, put it in Lightroom, use my AI. It'd still be the same photo. It would just make it look different because they're using computer generated stuff to make it more clear. So yeah, it is. It's just, yeah, it's important to look to these things because things aren't adding up.
Like the older guy that they arrested has admitted that he was a character
Being a
in the. I mean,
Yeah.
people are coming out like,
Well, and there's more stuff too. He had child pornography as well as supposedly the next thing that.
and he got arrested for that.
Yeah.
Who is it? The old guy?
old-
Yes,
I have a
the
picture of
old
the old
guy.
guy.
The old guy actually was a plant in the crowd.
Yeah.
Now you're going to tell me that kid, that Robinson kid, set that guy up to be a plant in the crowd? Are you kidding me? You think that 20-something-year-old kid was smart enough to do that? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it's a whole lot of maybe one didn't know about the other, but somebody organized this.
Either way, it's just so ironic how both of these people are like he has a furry chat. He's a full-on liberal. Like he has a furry chat.
Yes.
He's a furry,
Which is
and he's
so
gay.
weird.
And the old guy was gay, loved to act pregnant. There's a picture of him with a fake baby and a fake.
Oh
bump,
my gosh!
And he's got
so
a wig on, and
he
has, like-
actually was a trans kind of guy too.
Oh yeah.
The old
I can
guy
show
was
you
a
picture
trans
of
as
him.
well.
He was supporting trans pregnancy and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Basically.
Oh my gosh! Okay, so
pretending, yeah.
there's this guy that I have fallen in love with on TikTok. He sells a lot of makeup. He is unbelievable makeup artist.
Is it Jeffree Star?
Jeffree Star.
I love Jeffree Star.
I
love Jeffree Star.
I love Jeffree Star. Oh my gosh. He is so real.
Even before all of this.
Oh my gosh. I'm in love with him. Like, I kid you not. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to be best friends with him, but I kid you not. Like, I love that guy. That's what truth is. Like, I mean, all of us should be able to, like, whether you're gay or not gay, hetero or gay, whatever it is, whatever your lifestyle is, look at truth and the truth that it is in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, be honest about the crap. That's what I love about him because he looks at truth and he's like, well, that's the truth. So
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the truth.
Right.
I mean, I don't understand the delusion of people's minds.
Yeah.
Like, as a straight heterosexual person, I still have to speak truth, even about myself, about things that I do that aren't actually right. So do I live in delusion and then I pretend that they're not what they are because they don't fit the bill or they don't make it look good for me? No, I still have to tell the truth. And that's what I love about that guy because, and he's taking lots of heat right now.
Yep.
I mean, he is taking a lot of
always
heat.
He literally always has.
Yeah.
Because he's always been about the pronouns.
Yeah.
Only two genders. Like, that's always been him.
While wearing a face full of makeup.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if I could learn how to put my makeup on like that guy,
He has a makeup line too.
I know he does.
I
Like,
love his stuff.
he's so good. That sounds so crazy, but he is so good.
His videos with Shane Dawson, you gotta watch those. So those are so freaking funny.
What is it?
Him and Shane Dawson.
Shane
rating
Dawson.
Kylie Jenner's skincare.
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
I would love to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, like,
Thursday, we should watch that Thursday.
okay,
night.
so for me, it's like so the older guy is like he can look like a regular dude, but then he also goes trans and becomes pregnant, the older guy.
Yeah, I
See,
have
I'm
a
telling you,
picture.
this is a whole lot of actors. There's a whole lot of actors behind this. And then Tom had on his podcast last night and obviously he's being very cautious about saying how many people are actually involved as far as the shooting goes. But off to the side where his bodyguards, they're not involved in it. I know lots of people have said they are because they were making a lot of like movements and stuff like that. But like way off in the distance, you can see, and Aaron slowed the video down. You could actually see the bullet in the air just before it hits him, and it didn't come from the direction of where they're saying it came from in on the roof. It does not.
From the
And
crowd? Is that what he's saying? Like that's what
from
it
the
looks like?
side,
Okay.
off where the security guys were, that they said were making all the like hand motions,
Yeah,
signals.
Yeah.
It came that way,
Okay.
through this way, not this way, through that way, and it clearly shows it bounced off nothing. You can see the shirt fly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, lots of people do believe it's multiple shooters. It's just like the Kennedy assassination, right?
Yeah.
Where they said there's multiple shooters and stuff like
So it's like
that.
if one
There
person
were
misses-
multiple shooters in the Kennedy. Like they had a plan on the roof who actually didn't really do it, and it was really the guy in the front seat
Wow.
that did it. A CIA operative. I mean, guys, like we need to wake up and not believe everything that we're being told. The best way you can control your government is not to allow them to control you.
Yep.
And that starts with not believing everything they tell you.
True.
Because we all know, listen, if they put a bunch of the senators and House representatives, the congressmen and the House of Representatives, if they put all of them together and you saw their rap sheets and how many times they've been arrested or the things that they've done, you might not think that they're the greatest human beings. And I don't care what side of the aisle they're on. I don't care Republican or Democrat. They're all bad to me. I mean, maybe here and there's a good one, but really, in my eyes, no.
Yeah.
I don't buy anything they sell. Not at all. But what do you guys think?
Well, if you do watch, I mean, those security people don't like really like jump. They don't like really like react compared to all the other people reacting.
What do you mean by that?
Which maybe it's their job, but like the people behind Charlie when he got shot, they don't like react. Like when he shot,
Yeah.
they don't like move. Like it's like they know it was coming.
One thing my mom, because she asked me about this early on. Sorry, Mom, to call you out. But she asked me about the security guards too. And the thing somebody said that kind of didn't make sense to her is why would they stand behind him or even to the side?
I think
if
they always
knew he
have.
was
If you
coming?
look-
But if they were involved in this and they knew that he was going to, like, why would they stay in those areas that could have
Actually, that's a good point.
put them in some kind of
In harm's way.
Harm's way, yes.
That actually is a good point.
Yeah.
Which I
It's
didn't
just
think.
something to think
I
about.
didn't think that they really were a part of it. So they go back a long way with him. Although,
Yeah.
let's say that doesn't mean nothing.
Well, money
sometimes.
people do anything.
Correct.
Yes, exactly.
Love of money.
So in some cases, but I mean, that's a good point, Kim.
Okay, Mom.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I just made my finger bleed. Can somebody go in the top of my left-hand drawer and get me a
Tell you,
Band-Aid?
yeah.
You want me to do it? Because I know where it is, your Band-Aids.
Yeah, top left-hand drawer of my desk. So that's really good. What else? Anybody else like noticed anything or heard anything?
Okay, so with
I know Vanessa's probably staying out of this.
No, I just don't know enough to have like a true opinion on anything. Really, I'm just waiting.
I know.
Or like,
It feels too. It's every day.
Yeah.
It's a different angle.
yeah.
I'm enthralled in it though.
I know. And so like this is like with COVID. Like I had to know what the heck was going on. And
Yep,
so
that's me. That's how I feel.
I had to. It was driving me crazy. And with this, like I know we know it's evil anyways, but like I know it's evil and I know it's so deep and I know it's going to be like with COVID and we're going to find out in 5 years from now, or hopefully sooner, that other people were involved and it like the mask didn't actually work. I know we all knew that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's going to be the same thing. And I don't know, they're so good at like keeping things hidden from us until somebody pushes hard enough for it to be revealed, you
Yeah.
know? So I hope every single person that was attached to this is brought
Yes.
to light.
I mean, this is. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me?
That's the old guy.
Oh my gosh! That's the old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it say Black Baby Factory?
What?
What does that even mean?
That to me is racist.
That's wild.
Like, why
Why is
would
he
you
holding
do
black
that?
babies? This is so okay.
He really likes
That's so bad.
black tiny-
But just so you guys know, that picture is circulating.
I'm telling you. It's because you probably said the C word.
What happened?
I don't think they could hear us. You want me to adjourn it or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
How many people were watching? That's a lot. Well, story of my life.
I know, right?
551 viewers.
Oh my gosh.
One new follower though.
Thank you. I lost you, but thank you.
I know.
Just appeal it. I don't even
Yeah, yeah.
know. It's
Yeah.
because you said the C word and then you talked about masking. I'm sure of it. That's the reason why I kept saying 2020. You can't say that stuff. Like they have upped the game on
Yeah.
TikTok as far as what they will allow you to say. They just did it on September 13.
Yep.
Yeah. It is ridiculous.
It
They're
is
going to try and erase history.
Kelly.
Yep.
It'll say when
So you appealed it?
trying, yeah. If they approve it or not.
Because last time I got suspended for 7 days. It won't be good because they'll suspend me for longer. Like the more strikes you get, the more they limit
Yeah.
your account.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I'm going to kill Tracy.
Hopefully
You
this
don't
new
know it was
TikTok
that.
Update.
Huh?
Well, hopefully this new TikTok update.
We're
will
literally
reset that.
talking about
You know what? I'm
transgender.
you know what's going to happen is
the
I'm not going to
subject.
go
I
live
think it's
anymore.
This whole subject.
whole
This is not
subject.
like
You know what's going to but no, I've seen people talking about Charlie Kirk
yeah.
and they're
And they talk
not
about
getting
all this
anything.
stuff.
They're not getting anything and their things are going high. It's every single time you talk about COVID.
Maybe.
Every single time. It's because they do not want to the agenda is ridiculous about that.
I know it is.
It's the biggest lie on the face of the earth.
It
and you
is.
can't even see you can't say the C word.
No more C word.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Literally ridiculous. I'm sure that they probably have it in the algorithm. I was
AI.
not probably reported at all. It's because it's that stupid word.
AI. Yep.
Oh my
They'll do that.
gosh.
They will.
Guys, please. So I'm not ever going to go back on live with them. Because it's going to ruin what we're trying to accomplish. And that's the bigger
You're
picture.
getting most of your followers from your videos. So.
Yeah. So for real, I'm
Or-
not even going to bother
Or
with that anymore.
Maybe if we know we're just doing like a question or something, because the medical one I wouldn't do either, like with Natalie, right? But if we know we're answering a question, we could just pop on, excuse me, live for like that one question.
Yeah, that's
If
probably
we know
a good
we're
idea.
safe, like this, if we get to this question about church, like that one, that will be safe.
Yeah, if they let me back on.
That's what I mean.
Like,
Yeah.
because they remember they put out the thing that their new rules is like they're cracking down on misinformation,
Everything. Yeah, everything.
which they think that's misinformation. Like, I mean, I don't get it. Oh my gosh, it just ticks me off. Like, you're so censored. It's unbelievable.
Oh, it used to be the Wild Wild West.
Maybe it will be once they switch
Oh
over
yeah. I wonder what will happen.
to.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it'll.
That's a good question,
That is good.
actually.
Yeah.
Will be less censored.
I wonder.
Maybe that's why he's saying that he's not going to agree to it because of their new rules, Tracy. And maybe that's why he's saying lights will go out tomorrow.
Yeah, FYI, if you're not paying attention on TikTok
Oh,
right now
gosh,
and
yes.
you're on TikTok,
Oh my gosh, Tracy, good point. Go
there's
ahead.
a good chance that it's going to go black like it did in January, which means that when you go to like reset, like you go to on TikTok, it won't load anymore, and eventually you won't be able to even go on TikTok. It'll just keep shutting off. So just don't delete TikTok off of your phone, because if it comes back on and it's like in the App Store the same, you'll be able to just use it again. But if you delete it, you might not be able to reinstall it again like a lot of you guys did last time. But it's supposed to be switching over from China to American. And so in that, you might lose all your content. So it's probably a good time to research if you have stuff on there that you don't want to lose, how to get it backed up on your phone.
Yeah.
Do it on your computer.
Yeah, you have to plug it into your computer. But yeah, because it's too heavy. The content is too large, the gigabytes and megabytes and all the stuff that the thing is. So
Which we'll have to do today for
We can do that.
mine, but especially if they delete me. Which they might. It's a good thing I only have 1,700 followers.
oh yeah, speaking of, I know I got your new updated.
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
Now that we ain't got much to live for.
I know it's over.
It's all over. That's ridiculous, though.
It is absolutely ridiculous. So if you're on Facebook, they don't really help us either. But okay, Facebook, if you're there, like, share, comment, and then let us know where you're watching from. We love that. You have the option of watching on the Hope Hotline, but also on Foundation Church. So wherever you are, say hello. Talia will probably see you over there. I'm over in Rumble if you want to hang out. I gotta save this. I changed our title. Yeah, so if you're in Rumble, say hello. I'm coming back over. I was just fixing something real quick. So if you're here, hello. And I see you guys watching. So say hello to us. And then if you are watching on YouTube, that's cool. You can stay. No worries. I see a couple of you watching over there. YouTube definitely doesn't help us very much either, which is fine. I know they're all mad at us because we just say what's true. And then Black Robe as well. Obviously, we're not live on Hey It's Hope anymore. I might have to go live on the Hope Hotline at some point to kind of battle what we're doing. But we'll see what happens with this change on TikTok. Also, if you have anything drafted on TikTok, there is a very high chance that those will all disappear as well if it goes black. That happened last time, and I just drafted so many. I'll show you guys our new account in a second, but I just did so many drafts, and they're beautifully drafted, and Talia told me a way that I maybe can get around it, so we'll see. But if you're listening to the audio podcast, it is not live right now because I have to post that, so feel free to go over to Spotify or Apple, anywhere you listen to a podcast, at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, like literally anywhere, it's over there. All right, that's that. And then moving right along to sending in your questions, please do that. Any questions at all that you have, even if it has to do with this stuff. Like if this, assassination has brought up questions in your mind about your faith or just anything, like send in the question. We'll talk about it. If you want to talk about the C word with what happened in 2020, sorry, don't send that in.
Oh, you can say that because we're not on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
We're safe right now.
Okay, we're safe.
Screw
except
these people.
YouTube and Facebook.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, YouTube, we've gotten a lot of hits on YouTube, and it's usually because of this lady, Ask Natalie.
Yes.
She usually comes on and gives us some good information. Oh no, where's her little slide? And so yeah, usually we have an issue every time Natalie comes on because she says something, well, not even necessarily her, but like our questions that we ask or anything at all to do with the medical world. Social media doesn't like when you say things that don't align with what they think. So that's kind of frustrating. But either way, we're going to try our best to always answer the questions for you guys. So please send them in. Here I've been stalling because I have this one as well that I want to show you guys. Friday, September 26th, she will be here. So you've got a week and a few days to send in your questions. If anything from last podcast that she was here, if something kind of brought up something in your mind, if you're dealing with something in the medical realm or you have a family member or friends or anything that you can think of some questions, Natalie is a great resource and we would love to be able to ask her. And then on to our favorite place that is being bratty right now, TikTok. Oh my goodness, that one too. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go here. We're actually going to start with this one. So we have a new account. And if you are on TikTok, I need you to go right now and find Foundation Worship. And I want you to go and follow us over there and go like all those videos and go listen to them all and share them and do reposts and everything like that. That would be really great for us. We would love to get our music out there. And we love having this new account. It's really cool to see that we can kind of touch every area of TikTok. I'll do this one real quick. We're going to jump around. So these are some other accounts. If you're a TikToker, you can go follow these ones as well. We've got everybody on TikTok because you know what? We're all going to point it back to the church and then everybody's going to find us and then they're going to have hope and get the full gospel. Isn't that great? That's what I want for everybody. Okay, next, stalling again. Pastor Tom is, no, I updated that one. That's why I literally stopped it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay, mine's not updated either because that one didn't update. Okay, so you can follow the Hope Hotline and you can follow me. Something happened the other day and the views were really weird. So I thought that was it. I thought that was the beginning of the blackout and it was not. So I was actually happy to see that our other videos did pretty good once that whatever happened that day, it actually got better. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit silly. But we've got Vanessa's on there too, and Talia's on there too. And sometimes Vanessa's sporadic, and Talia is even less sporadic. And so, if you want to follow, which I have to update yours too, Hope. I had them all ready. Where did they go? They're probably in the folder somewhere. No, not that one.
Oh, that's that video. That's why I was glad you turned off that music, girl.
I know. Okay.
Because we could have gotten flagged for that.
Okay, so Hope is doing way better than this. So, but that's her following. Hey, it's Hope. So make sure you're doing that. I don't know it's coming back in Jesus' name. And then you got us, and then you've got these people, and then Pastor Tom's doing it. He has 160 right now. We just had a video kind of blow up with 4,000 views. We're definitely getting, not a ton of feedback like with the comments, which is kind of great because I kind of just want to get his information out there before he gets anything, because you just never know what could, we're talking about marriage. Okay, well, now that's going to offend somebody. I don't know. So hopefully not.
Hey, you know what? No, because I was talking about homosexuality. I didn't say anything bad.
Okay.
I was going to say maybe it was that, but maybe.
But do you remember when I was driving and I got booted off live and everybody else gets to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So,
it's not fair.
It's not fair. Life is supposed to be fair.
So if you get banned on TikTok, let me just ask you this, for lives, did that ban my account where I couldn't post anything for 7 days, or was it just going live for 7 days?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It was just live.
Yeah.
Screw that. I ain't going back live. Screw these people.
So
Forget about it. Forget about it. It's not the big goal. The big goal is Foundation Church anyway, so I don't really care.
I know, exactly.
We're not going to hurt that. That's the goal.
Right, that's the goal.
We're on a mission.
We're on a mission. So that's why we've got Foundation Church worship. We've got Pastor Tom's. You saw that he had his TLP clips and his Tom Lapely podcast, and all of us. So the point is, it is to get back to Foundation Church so that people will hear the gospel in its full, completeness, not like a little bit of, this and a little bit of this, like everything. You get everything.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. And people are hungry right now. So this is our way in to the people that need it. Excuse me. And then lastly, this will be tomorrow. Come and join us. We will be at the Crown Plaza in Fort Myers at Gulf Coast. I thought it was Bell Tower, but I was in my brain had made up something else. So it's not. It's Gulf Coast, Crown Plaza, Fort Myers. So tomorrow night Pastor Hope will be preaching. So you definitely want to be there for that. And then on Friday, Pastor Clover, and then both of them will be at the lunch session after breakfast. And if you want to go to breakfast, it's $60 per person. You can scan that QR code, or you can go to riverfortmyers.org.
Or come after the breakfast.
Yeah, or you can come after if you don't. Yeah,
because we have to drive there, so it might be too early for people.
Yeah,
breakfast might be too early, but then there's something afterwards.
Yeah, 12:30.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely come. Definitely support the river and Pastor Hope, because she's got a good word. I know it, and I'm very excited to go and be a part of another women's conference. It's always good. And again, good time to be doing these kind of things too.
Yeah, so it's a really good time.
It really
great
is.
Person too. Man, she is just,
she's the best.
She's a great person.
She
and
is.
Such integrity and character.
Yeah.
Like I love that woman.
Yeah.
And always consistently the same. She is always consistently the same.
Yeah, I love people like that.
Yeah, she's a bright light.
Yeah.
In a not so bright world sometimes. So,
true.
So let's go to the first question, ladies.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'd love to know your thoughts on this.
Okay.
I have scripture.
Oh.
But let's talk about what you guys think first.
Okay.
Along with me. Is it wrong to skip church to catch up on sleep? I work 6 days a week. I cannot tell you. This is one of Tom's pet peeves, because he would work all night long.
Yeah.
I know.
On night shift, and then still go to church, whether or not he was preaching or whatever. He was an usher, whatever.
Yeah.
He would do night shift all night in a patrol car, and he would still go to church and have to do 2 services. Mm-hmm. I work 6 days a week, and Sunday is the only day I have to rest. You know what I have to say to that? Come on, give me a break. Sorry to insult you, but my gosh. I love Jesus. Do you? Do you love Jesus? I love Jesus, but I'm exhausted. Thank God he didn't have that mindset when he was dying on the cross. What's more important, Sabbath or Sunday service?
Oh.
Oh,
Also, you can just take a nap after church. Like,
Talia votes for nap.
Okay, so normally I give my opinion, which I only gave a snippet. But what's you guys' opinion on that? Since I was a little harsh while reading the question. I just can't stand this week.
Yeah.
Mamsy-pamsy, crapola. I cannot stand it. So what do you say?
I'm always tired.
Exactly. Or
Literally.
consider a different job. Like, why are you working 6 days a week? You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
question, Vanessa.
And
Like-
and the hours, how many hours are you working?
Right.
And why do you have to? What lifestyle are you keeping up with? Yeah, like this. That's the natural.
Are you a
That's
good
something
steward
that you
of your
can
money?
control.
Yeah, are you good? steward of
So,
your money?
like,
Yeah.
listen, I just got offered to get hair extensions put in my hair. And I was like, I can't do that. I got stuff I got to take care of first. Like, be a steward of the funds that you have. Like, you can't do everything you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You just can. That's life. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yep. There's that. There's checking if your job is actually listen, like I'm excited to come to church on Sunday. So also do you love Jesus that much? Like, cause
Yeah.
aren't you excited to come? And maybe your church is terrible.
That's what I'm
And,
thinking.
Yeah. And so I'm excited to come. All my people are here. I love worshiping. I love taking photos.
Your
love,
challenge.
It's a highlight.
yeah,
It's not
yeah, that-
something that you have to check off a list.
Yes,
It's a
and
highlight of your day or
And
of
then
your week.
back in the day, not that I ever did this, Mom, don't worry. But when you would read a horoscope and you're like, ooh, what does my horoscope have to say?
Yeah.
And then you read it and you're like, that's stupid. But church, you come and you're like, oh, what's Pastor Tom have to say for me? Because he's been praying all week, preparing this message. And then when he's speaking, I'm like, okay, this was for me. And then I can focus on and then you take that through the week and then you use it because he literally prayed over it for you.
Yeah.
Do you
but
have a
who are
pastor
you
that's
missing
doing
out
that?
on? Like, how many times do you guys, on Sunday mornings, think about this? Because you've built relationships and stuff like that. How many times do people come to you and say, hey, listen, I need to talk about something?
All the time.
All the time.
All the
Because you don't go just to go. You
Right.
go because you serve. And I'm not saying serving. Yes, she said she takes photos. That's so beneath.
Yeah.
Serving
Surface
is
level.
really serving one another.
Correct.
That's what the word is telling us to do.
Yeah.
Serving one another is being a listening ear and walking in iron sharpening iron, talking somebody through something.
Right.
That's why you go to church,
Right.
not because, and the reason this person actually thinks there's an option is because they're not looking at church in the right light.
Correct.
True.
That's the reason why.
Very true.
It's all about me going and being fed, and probably what you're eating while you're there ain't very good.
Right.
I love that she mentions the Sabbath, or this person mentions the Sabbath. Have you really studied out keeping the Sabbath?
Right.
Because if you're going to keep the Sabbath, keep it.
Right.
That means you do nothing.
Right.
You can't even push buttons. Okay.
No.
Growing up, we had, because we lived in
It's true.
No, you can't. I grew up in a very next to a very Jewish Hasidic community. So there were elevators made for the Sabbath where it just goes to every floor because they can't push buttons.
way.
You're not allowed to do anything
Yeah.
when you keep the Sabbath. Your food, you can't make food. The food was made
to
the
be
night
prepared.
before.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
nothing
Yeah, that
on the
makes sense.
Sabbath.
Totally.
Pushing a button, that is wild.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's
Oh my
considered
gosh.
work. Okay.
I didn't know that.
You couldn't even walk a certain distance. There was only a certain amount that you could actually walk on, and then after that,
Too far.
too far.
Right.
Take a nap. What do
Not
you
even
do?
take a nap.
What do you do?
You were breaking the Sabbath
You broke
if
it,
you
yeah.
if you walked a distance.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, if you're gonna do it, let's do
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. Don't be hypocritical.
And this is we don't live by the old law anyway.
True.
true.
I mean, should you rest? Yes, but if you're gonna do all of the law
Yeah.
and keeping of the law, then you're gonna have to do the new moons.
The festivals.
You're gonna have the festivals. You're gonna have to
Clean.
not eat certain meat.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to eat certain shellfish
Let me
or
tell
fish.
You, we had friends who I think they were called Torah observant.
Yep.
They converted to Torah observant, and they do all these festivals. They can't have leavened bread.
Yep.
in their homes. And it was just every time we try to like arrange like for us to get dinner together, it's like all these rules that they had to follow. And it was just, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. People don't understand it. So I just sit there and
No, thank you.
say thank you, Jesus, for like being that redeemer that you are, because you've redeemed us from that, along with our sin, and provided, you know, hope and salvation. But you want to go back to that, have at it.
Right.
I mean, oh, happy day for you. You're going to regret that. But I just sit there and think that you don't look at things in the right light. I would also question how much of your life is spent in the world versus in the church. If you can't even give God 2 hours out of your day, which most churches are 50 minutes, as pathetic as that is, most churches it's 50 minutes. And if you go beyond that, people are like, how much longer is this going to be? You can't give God that. You can't give God 2.5 hours. Most people only go to church Sunday morning, and they're sweating 2.5 hours. Shame on you. This is ridiculous. Most people don't even open their Bible throughout the week. So you're looking at your clock after 2.5 hours, mostly 50 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Listen, the modern day church is like the In-N-Out burger. Drive through. That's I want to get in, I want to get out. As fast as I can. Like you're not going to hang, you're not going to stay saved if you're saved at all. And like that kind of mentality, God wants all of you, not part of you.
Yeah.
And you're just saying, I'm going to do just enough to get into heaven. If you think going to church for 50 minutes is going to get you into heaven, you are sorely mistaken. Just skip it. Because I would question what you're doing the rest of the week. And that's probably what the very thing is that's not going to get you into heaven. Compromise.
It is.
It's pathetic. But go ahead, and I'm going to do scriptures. You want to add anything?
No, the one thing that frustrates me is that it's like we have a 2.5 hour service, and then Pastor Tom will pray randomly, you know, at the end, and he does it so fast, and like people literally sprint out of there.
I know,
and I just don't get it. I'm like, this is your opportunity to like also be in agreement. Like push hands toward. You can't lay hands, and that's fine. But like you can pray, and then one day
stand in agreement.
And then one day you're going to hear the testimony and be like, I was a part of that. Like I prayed, but I don't think people believe that their prayers even work.
Yeah.
They don't.
So but I'm like, how do you run out of here?
But
like,
let it be them that needs,
late.
or let it be them that's sick. And needs hands laid on them. And then they want the very people that they've walked out on when they needed prayer. They want those people to stand in agreement with them.
It's selfish.
It's like
it is.
It floors me because it floors me. I'll tell you why. When people get sick, this has happened. When people get sick and they're in need of things, they get very bothered and offended that the church isn't there for them, and they're like, why isn't anybody helping me? They literally get mad at the church, but they get mad at the people in the church. Like nobody's coming to help me. My yard needs to be mowed. Like we need groceries. My kids need this. My kids need that, or whatever. And a lot of times it's like, do you guys have a meal train? Because like my person is coming, and like I'm going to only be able to take care of them. So I'm going to need help, right? These people, if you say, which we have said no, because there's been reasons, but it's never for somebody who has been like or has attended the church. It's a lot of times it's people who do not attend the church that call from the outside wanting help. And if you tell them no, I'm like, but we have had people who have gotten mad because we didn't rise to the occasion of what they felt like we should. And there were reasons we didn't, which I won't go into. I sit there and go, I have said, when was the last time when you heard about somebody needing what you're asking for, you help them?
You reap what you sow.
Crickets chirping.
Right.
They never did it. They never helped one person. They never made one meal. They never gave one ride. They never changed one diaper or helped with somebody else's kids. Never. But how dare you not do it for them? or somebody in the church doesn't do it for them. It's like, that's it. It doesn't matter that I didn't do it. Reaping and sowing. I think that's what the word says.
It does.
Yeah, it does matter.
It does. Very much.
But people are like, they live in a delusional world. You never do it for anybody, but how dare you when nobody does it for you? You've never invested. You never made a relationship. Nobody is going to do it. I literally have had people that have invested and have done so much for people that when they've been in need or they needed help or a family member was sick, we had to call off people helping them because they had so much help. They were like,
Please stop.
my refrigerator can't hold any more food.
Right.
Like, stop, please. I love you guys, but you're doing way too much. The reason why is that what they sowed into so many people, people were waiting for an opportunity to bless.
Right.
If you're not getting people who want to help you, you might need to look at your fruit. You might need to look at what you've done. There might be a reason for that.
Yep. Sure is.
But that's not how people live. So let me just read you these scriptures. It says, Hebrews 10:24-25 says, let us think of ways to motivate one another to acts of love and good works. And let us not neglect our meeting together as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now. And this is, you need to pay attention to this part, especially now that the day of his return is drawing near. You don't have time to sit home and go to sleep. You might want to show up for church because the time is drawing near.
For real.
That's a warning. Next one is in Mark, and these are New Living Translation. Mark 2:27 says, then Jesus said to them, the Sabbath was made to meet the needs of people and not people to meet the needs of the requirements of the Sabbath. Ouch. So I would say no excuses. Do what you got to do. Drink a Red Bull. Get an Alani.
Yeah.
A big cup of coffee.
Right.
But wake your butt up and go to church because you can't afford not to go. It might be the very thing that gets you saved if you're not saved. And don't just go to any church.
Yeah.
Go to a Bible-believing church and not one that pulls their messages up off the internet
Yep.
and preaches them to you
Yep.
and then repeats them and memorizes them word for word. Or another pastor that they heard preach it and then they copy that person word for word. Right, Vanessa?
Exactly.
Don't think it don't happen. It does. Literally repeats it word for word, joke for joke, laugh and laugh.
Yep.
I've heard of that more. Vanessa, literally, I've heard more than I've heard that story from other people now.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's scary. Because when we stumbled upon that at the very church that we were on staff on as children's pastors, I was mortified.
I've heard that other places.
I'm like, exactly. I was like, am I really living this life? Like,
It's Truman Show.
but down to the grunts,
No.
down
No.
to like the
Don't tell me.
personal
I don't wanna
family, like examples that he used in the sermon. So you're not only are you like
No.
taking their words, but you're also lying. Those are not your stories.
Yeah, that part was not true. I didn't. That part, I've heard the person. I've heard of another person saying the joke the same exact way, laughing the same, the whole thing.
It is.
Like, how about you be you?
Thank you.
You be you.
God,
you.
if Jesus, or excuse me, well, Jesus too, but if God didn't make snowflakes the same,
Thank you.
fingerprints not the same,
I'm saying.
then how would you preach the same message sounding like a same
Exactly.
individual that preached it?
Right.
I know.
Scary.
And it's just sad. Like, it's like this potential in a human being, and they just shell it because, like, they don't know who they are in Christ.
Right.
Or maybe you weren't called to be a
Or you
pastor,
weren't called.
Yeah.
and you're trying to force a round peg into a
Right.
square hole
And
because you don't have it.
It's no longer a church, and he's no longer pastoring. He's a realtor now.
Right.
So probably better off that way.
Frightening. Let's do sponsors real quick.
Okay.
Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida, Inc. is owned by Laura Keller. They have been in business since 2005, and they provide the most accurate certified home appraisal service in Southwest Florida. They have upfront pricing with no hidden fees, no waiting for a couple weeks for your appraisal. They will have it done in 2 to 4 days. Why do you need an appraisal? There are many reasons to get one. First, when you sell your home, it removes any concerns that you priced it too low. to eliminate paying high estate taxes on a home you inherited, to make sure that you are not paying too much in property taxes because of an inaccurate home valuation, and lastly, so that when you list your home, it's not priced too high and sits on the market for months or longer. Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida are highly trusted and valued, and they have done over 10,000 appraisals. They are locally owned and operated for over 30 years, and they are a licensed state-certified appraiser and are an expert team. Their appraisals have a 100% money-back guarantee, and they can provide a residential real estate appraisal in the following counties: Charlotte, Sarasota, Manatee, DeSoto, Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Lee. If you give them a call, tell them that you heard about them from the Hope Hotline, and you will get a $50 discount. You can call directly to 941-743-3700, 941-743-3700. Hanson's Automotive Services has been in business since 2017 with 20 years experience. They do everything from oil changes to tires to AC work to engine repair and replacement. They're not just motivated to do their best, they are auto-motivated, and their business lives by Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. You can you can call them directly at 941-460-3962, 941-460-3962. And was that thunder out there?
Yep.
Yes. What is it, Wednesday?
I know.
Oh, my word. That was loud.
Yep.
Still going.
Still going.
And it's still going. Okay, you can take that off.
I didn't know if you said the
I did.
phone number.
I did.
Okay.
I'm already on it, girl.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next question. We can do this in 7 minutes.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. I've always wondered something strange when I read the book of Genesis. Why did God put a talking snake in the Garden of Eden? And was that supposed to be literal or symbolic? And while we're at it, did Adam and Eve even have belly buttons since they weren't born like the rest of us? Which somebody asked this question so long ago. When I read that question, I'm like, I answered that question like when I first started this podcast a couple years ago.
Yeah.
First of all, let me just tell you, I think it is not symbolic. I believe it is actually literal. And nobody doesn't know whether or not the animals spoke back then or they didn't. Yeah. I know that Balaam had a talking donkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
So, like, the donkey didn't talk until he beat it down, and then the donkey saved its life from the angel, which I'll read you those scriptures, but to prove my point. But, I mean, I don't know if all the animals didn't have the ability to talk in the garden or weren't talking.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't say they did or it said they didn't.
Right.
But the one thing it did say is that the snake was very cunning. Yeah. Let's look at that scripture, Genesis 3:1, which if you think about it, if the serpent was considered cunning, obviously that's the one that the devil's going to use, because he's not going to get a deer, right, who is gentle and kind. He's going to use something that's the disposition of what he needs to accomplish, whatever the will is that he has, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just like you. Make sure you're not shrewd and make sure you're not cunning, because the devil might be able to use you. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Think about that. Mm-hmm. Genesis 3:1 says, the serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. He's a perfect specimen for the devil to use. One day he asked the woman, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden? Now, let's look at that question really quick. He said, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden? Is that a true question? No, that question is not true. That question was just like he did with Jesus. He framed the question and he twisted it. Was there truth to a portion of that question? Yeah, there was a truth. The truth is God said you cannot eat from the tree in the middle, which is the tree of life. Yep. Okay, there was one tree. He said, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees, plural, in the garden? Okay, Adam was standing there because she then gave him the apple after the serpent was done. He should have said, that's not what God said. Because God said it to him and then he repeated it to her. So he should have said, no, that's not what God said. God said we can't eat from a tree, not trees. So, like, be very careful in what you think you hear and how you interpret it. It's like when people, it's like that telephone game.
Yes.
like by the time it gets to the end of the line, it's totally different than what was originally said.
Yeah.
That's how Satan works. So if you're going to listen to him, remember he's a liar. And so don't let him talk to you.
Right.
That's the first thing you can do is don't let him talk to you.
Yes. Yeah.
Take captive.
We talked about this last night at Abide. I was like, how many people have ever had a conversation with a liar before? And everybody raised their hand. And I was like, and how did that conversation go? Good or bad? And we're like, bad.
And why did you listen to him?
Right. And so who's the author of the lies? Mm-hmm. So if you're engaging with somebody that is not a sold out believer, a Christ follower, you're engaging in something, they are lying. Why do you keep engaging? Or if it's demonic, why would you keep listening? If it's like a thought that comes in that isn't from God and it's condemning, don't listen. Why give it the time of day?
Or if it's a divisive person, we all know divisive people, which is what Satan is.
Right.
He's a divisive creature.
Yep.
Don't listen to something that, even if it's only being divisive, he's acting in a way that causes division within you.
Right.
Which people don't think that it does. They think being divisive is between you and other people. That is true.
Yeah.
But he can cause that so that you're conflicted within your own self, which is causing a house divided cannot stand. Okay, you're not going to be able to withstand the nonsense if you listen, and he's going to play like ping pong in your mind, causing division of what you know is truth and what you know is lie, which is a spirit of confusion. You have decisions to make. Make the right choices. Yep. You can listen to a liar or you can listen to a truth teller. But most people fall for the liar because he's very cunning. And cunning means having or showing skill in achieving one's goals through deceit, cleverness, or trickery. Is Satan? He is a trickster. Satan will trick you. Yeah. He'll make you believe that whatever he's telling you about whomever he's telling you, or even about yourself, he will trick you into believing that is truth. Yeah. It's a lie. It often carries a negative sense of being sly, crafty, or manipulative. Are you like that?
Yeah.
People need to think, are they like that? Because I can tell you so many people that call themselves believers that they are cunning and they are manipulative.
Right.
And their motives behind why they say and what they do are to manipulate people and to cause strife and division and chaos and drama. Yep. Stay away from those people.
Right.
Even if they say, "Oh, I'm a Christian."
Yeah.
Check
the fruit.
They're not a Christian.
Yeah.
If what they're saying is causing division, stay away from them.
Or confusion, say the serpent said it multiple times. Did God really say? Yeah. Did God really say?
Yeah.
Good point.
Yep.
So if you don't know your word, and you're not rooted in your word, when you have those confusing thoughts, you're subject to them. You have no leg to stand on.
Yeah.
You start believing the lies.
It's so true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe 100% that snake spoke.
Me too.
There's not a doubt in my mind.
Me too.
I've always just believed that. I don't think I've ever thought the opposite.
So when we get to heaven, will we be speaking to animals?
I
think so.
That's pretty cool.
I do. I think that there's a chance.
You know how many times you've looked at your dog and you're like, if I could just imagine what your
dogs
voice
have
sounded
human
like.
eyes.
I know. Yeah, your dogs. I know.
They literally look at me and I'm like,
what are you thinking?
Talking.
Just say it. Yeah, what are you thinking? And you can imagine what their voice sounds like. Why?
Well,
Why
it's like when you have a baby.
Yeah.
Remember when you have a baby
Yes.
and it doesn't talk or anything because you're just like, I wonder what it's going to sound like. And then it starts talking and you're like, I wish I didn't know what you sound like. Be quiet.
Be quiet.
Talk too much.
Oh, man.
I don't know. For me, I don't know. I take there is a lot of symbolism in the Word of God, but I take pretty
That
much
one is
everything
pretty
it says is literal.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Me too.
Same.
So let's look at Numbers 22 through 28 because even donkeys talked. It said the Lord gave the donkey the ability to speak. That's the very first sentence of 22. verse 28. And it goes on to talk about how it actually had a conversation with Balaam because it was trying to save Balaam's life, and Balaam was trying to kill it because it thought it was trying to harm him. That's how stupid we are. So, again, literally, I do think the snake talked. You guys did. But also, it said, it didn't say like the snake crawled on its belly when it first started. It said it walked. It had legs. So everything transitioned. When that snake participated in causing the downfall of Adam and Eve, it paid a price too.
It did.
It would now crawl on its belly, meaning it didn't crawl on its belly before.
Yeah, I'm glad it crawls on its belly now. Could you imagine seeing snakes on legs?
Oh my gosh.
I don't like that.
It's kind of like, it would kind of be like, what's those animals that,
Lizards?
like, but no, it's kind of lizard, but it's kind of, it's
the skinks. Or
skinks.
Oh, true.
I don't know what that
They
is.
run like
Yeah, I don't like those.
No, thank you.
That's, I when I see a skink, I think of like
That makes
a
sense.
I've never seen a
Yes.
snake.
Yeah.
A skank?
A skink. A skank. I love the Action Bible because if you look at the Action Bible, and it was the old version, I don't know what the new one, because it came out with a new one, but I loved it because when I taught the very thing about Adam and Eve, they actually had the snake with legs. I was
they
like,
should.
way to go.
Good job.
Way
Right.
to go.
Because a lot of kids don't realize it's those little things that teach kids like the depths of understanding the Word of God.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's look at the second, and then because we're 2 minutes over. The second question was Adam and Eve. Did they have belly buttons?
No, they didn't.
How could they? They didn't have an umbilical cord.
Exactly.
Like, so no, they probably didn't have belly buttons.
No.
The odds, why would they?
Right.
They weren't in utero.
Nope.
They were formed from the dust, or Adam was.
Right.
Yeah. And then she was taken from him. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't think so, which
Do
is
you
going to
think
probably
Adam had
deceive
one
people.
less rib?
What?
Do you think Adam had one less rib?
Yes, I do. Because they said she came from
Right,
his rib.
exactly.
Yeah.
wait. So where did this whole thing with belly button start?
Well, belly
you have a
buttons
belly
come
button.
from the umbilical cord.
Yeah,
That-
from your
it's what
mommy.
I see, because
it's
they
what
weren't
feeds you when you're in utero. So like
Yeah.
they wouldn't have that.
right, because there's no point in it.
There's no
Right.
point in it. So why would they have it?
Just for aesthetics.
So all the pictures that show them naked with
With belly buttons?
with the leaves, fig
Inaccurate.
leaves, it's
Yeah.
totally inaccurate.
But they also
Sorry, people.
had kids, obviously.
Yeah. Their kids had belly
So-
buttons.
Yeah, their kids had belly buttons. They had to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
because they were born from a woman.
Right.
From a womb.
They came out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Well, because I was like,
They weren't born from a woman though. They were born from God. God literally made them from the dust.
yeah.
Well, she didn't birth them, but they were born of him.
True.
Well, what I was saying was, could he have made them with belly buttons for the purpose that
Superficially?
the kids would?
Well, he could have, but
Wouldn't be
what's the point?
confused.
I don't know.
So that the kids didn't feel
I'm gonna see.
uncomfortable.
I'm gonna see Eve up in
be like-
heaven. I'm like, let me see your belly.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be like, obviously, I don't have one.
Yeah, she's going to look at you like, you're weird.
Why would you think
Why would I have one?
Right.
She's going to be the only one up in heaven without a belly
Doesn't have
button.
one.
And so is Adam.
Adam and
What
Eve.
if that's our glorified bodies? What if we don't have them?
Oh,
Why wouldn't we, though?
Why would we?
why would we? They're right?
Well, because you do
We're new-
now.
We're
But
we have a
glorified.
new glorified body.
So a
that's not his
glorified body
perfect
would mean
design.
that you can't have a belly
Yeah.
button?
Perfect design.
I'm hoping I get abs.
I want abs.
Oh my gosh. Can I just get rid of the flab?
The flap. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm almost to the point of who cares about the abs? Just get rid of the flab.
Right. Remove the fat.
I just need the flab gone.
Oh my gosh. True.
Whatever.
I mean, that'd be
All
great.
right, people.
Well,
Hopefully we see you. Well, hopefully for you ladies that come out tomorrow night, I appreciate you coming and supporting me and supporting Pastor Clover if you come out to Fort Myers. Otherwise, we will see you on Friday. And I think that's about it, girls. What do you say?
yeah.
Sweet.
What say you?
Let's say you.
Let's say you.
I say, see ya.
Sayonara.
Bye.